Switch the narrative, mastering the art of changing perspectives. Hello, everyone. Today, we're diving into an intriguing phrase that often pops up in conversations, stories, and even in our daily thoughts. Switch the narrative. It's a powerful concept that can transform the way we understand stories, events, and even our own lives. So, grab a cup of coffee, and let's explore together what it means to switch the narrative, why it's important, and how you can apply this in language learning and beyond. Switch the narrative essentially means changing the way a story or situation is perceived or told. This can involve altering the focus, perspective, or underlying message of the story. It's like looking at a painting from a different angle and discovering new shapes and colors that you didn't notice before. Narrative. The narrative is the story or account of events, whether it's in spoken words, written texts, or even the silent stories we tell ourselves about our lives. Switch. To switch means to change positions, directions, or focus. It's an active, deliberate choice to see things differently. Switching the narrative is not just a linguistic or literary device. It's a powerful tool for empathy, problem-solving, and personal growth. Empathy. By considering stories from another perspective, we gain insight into how others feel and think. Problem-solving. Changing the narrative can reveal new solutions to old problems, as it encourages us to think outside the box. Personal growth. Challenging our own narratives helps us break free from limiting beliefs and embrace new possibilities. Let's look at some practical examples of how switch the narrative might be used in everyday language. 1. Personal reflection. I decided to switch the narrative on my job search. Instead of seeing each rejection as a failure, I viewed it as a step closer to finding the right fit. 2. Storytelling. The film director switched the narrative by telling the story from the villain's perspective, making the audience sympathize with a character they initially despised. 3. Discussion and debate. In the debate, she switched the narrative by focusing on the long-term benefits of the policy, rather than the short-term challenges. For English language learners, understanding and using the phrase, switch the narrative, can be incredibly enriching. Here's how. Practice comprehension. When reading or listening to stories in English, try to identify the narrative. Then, think about how the story would change if told from a different character's perspective. Enhance speaking skills. Use the phrase in conversation or writing to express a change in viewpoint or to encourage others to see things differently. Cultural understanding. Recognize how narratives differ across cultures. This awareness can deepen your understanding of English as used in various cultural contexts. Switching the narrative is more than just a phrase. It's a mindset that encourages creativity, empathy, and open-mindedness. We hope this exploration has inspired you to look at the stories around you, and within you, in a new light. Remember, every narrative has more than one side, and by learning to switch the narrative, you can uncover a wealth of understanding and possibilities. Thank you for joining us today, and happy learning!